In today's video, we visit the town of Collie. Join us as we look around the town and see what is in the town. Just on the entrance into Collie, just as you after passing through Allenson, we have the Collie Roundhouse. This roundhouse, if my memory serves me correctly, it's one of the last surviving roundhouses within Western Australia. And there is also a turntable connected to it as well, which back in the days when the Hotham Valley Railway used to run into Collie. I see the next photo of one of the W class locomotives and PM class on the turntable. Here we are in the town of Collie. The town of Collie was originally established as a coal mining town for the local nuclear power station. Back in the day, it used to also be a major railway terminal. Second, just near the Collie Tourist Bureau, which we'll soon walk up to, we have a couple of locomotives on display, which were actually typical locomotives used in the coalfields area, which also represent some of West Australians' might. First up, we have one of the V class locomotives. Next up to that one, we have a W class locomotive, which was one of the most popular ones, which is also used by the Hotham Valley Railway and are actually in steam as well. Unfortunately, this one here is actually a static display. And last but not least, in the steam locomotives near the Tourist Bureau, we have this one here, which is an F class steam locomotive, which was designed as a heavy freight locomotive. Just behind that one, we have a typical water tanker, but could have also been an oil tanker. And just behind them, we have a mechanical shovel, which was one of the very early mechanical shovels that was used in the Collie coalfield mines by Griffin Coal. One of the many highlights of tourist attractions in Collie is the historic mine. I haven't actually looked at this particular one myself, but I believe it's very informative and interesting. And as we continue on, we have a miner statue in contribute to the coal miner, which was presented to the community of Collie on the 3rd of December 1988. And adjacent to that, we have the Collie Visitor Centre, which is a great place to find out things for the local area over to Wellington Dam, Harris River Dam, and the local Collie area. And over here we have another steam traction engine. This one here is known as Polly. And here's some information about Polly for you to read. Please pause the video if you want to read more. And as we continue walking around the Tourist Bureau area, it is the Bibbulmun track also passes through the town of Collie as well. But if you do decide to walk the Bibbulmun track, as I always say, always be well prepared and always ensure that you pack light, as it is quite a long distance to walk. There is also various mountain bike trails that you can do through the town of Collie as well. Here's a little bit more information on the trails with walks and rides you can do. And of course information on the Bibbulmun track. And the other one is the Mundibidi trail. All very well worth doing. And just on the back, a couple of more trails as well. And talking about mountain bike adventures, water and drive trails. If you're ever in town looking for a nice walk along the river, this particular walk that you can do around the river, I would highly recommend doing, as it's a very nice, lovely walk.
Collie, drive into the main area, the town site of Collie. You come across the museum. The museum is also the Historic Research Centre, and its opening hours every day 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Lovely heritage building. There is a admission price to get in. It is opposite the, well, not directly opposite, but opposite the Collie Visitor Centre and the Railway Precinct. While I was walking down, I came across this lovely little rose garden, and I thought, hey, I've got to do a bit of a walkthrough of it. So I just thought how lovely it was and how peaceful. There's a tree here. What's significant about this tree? This tree is called these gardens are called the Finlay Gardens, and they were officially opened in 1994, dedicated to Charles James Finlay, who was the Collie Shire gardener from 1949 to 1973. I take my hat off to you, Charles. The Collie Motel has self-contained units available for long-term accommodation, and there's also Henry's restaurant there as well. Russell Street has the older style pubs. Yeah, that good old pubs. You got the Victoria Hotel, probably known as the Vic, established in 1898. And there you have formerly the big store. GG Eden, which is now a computer store. Golden Eagle Chinese restaurant, which could have even been, back in the day, a pub. Crown Hotel Collie as well down this way. If pubs aren't your style, you like more of the food on the go, or maybe a good old takeaway, why not try Kentucky Fried Chicken, or even McDonald's, which today Kentucky Fried Chicken looked rather quiet. Guess it's not quite open yet. But McDonald's looks rather busy. Bit more of Russell Street area. Formerly Beehive Drapery, 1917 to 1938. It was also formerly Corot, not carrot, but Corot, C-O-R-O-T, and Co. dress designers and ladies wear. That would have been a very interesting shop for the ladies to go into back in the day. Got a few little coffee shops. The Collie Providor. And Jones Building, Collie Vintage and Second Hand, 1910. This one's now a nail salon, hair and beauty. You into crafts? Well, Chook Scraps, art and craft. As you can see, Collie is a busy little town. The Shire Chambers. This little area I thought was rather interesting. It's got the Western Colliers Limited Western Number 1 mine. It has a few little plaques and information on it. And this here I sort of thought was interesting as well. Just go for a little bit of a wander around and see what else we can find. This plaque is to commemorate the relocation of the Western Number 1 mine entrance to this site on 22nd of November 1999. The Pit Pony and coal miner statue, which is what we've got here. This structure is the last remaining underground mine entrance that stands intact on the Collie coalfield relocated. The mine closed in 1958. A little bit more information about it. So if you're interested, come on down and have a look at this monument. And that also tells you Phoenix Park. A little bit of information about Phoenix Park, the pit ponies and the Red Horse Out. In memory of those lives lost while working in the Collie coalfields. So I guess it's a memorial history site as well. The old police station, and just up a little bit further we have the post office, or should I say the old post office. Maybe they're still in use. Not 100% sure on that one.
We have the local coal store. There's a local chicken treat. And we also have the PCYC. And as we look around this little area, we have an EV charging station located just near the PCYC. And one of many hotels you'll find in the town of Collie, the Premier Hotel, and also Domino's Pizza. The town of Collie has changed a lot throughout the years. We have the Bendigo Music Show, a nice lovely little playground area for kids. And we have this old brake van wagon which has been turned into a little coffee shop where you can get a nice coffee to enjoy while in the park. As we do our town walk, we have the Golden Bowl Chinese restaurant. You'll find a Commonwealth Bank, as well as the Bendigo Bank. Continuing along, we have the Forest French Hot Bread Shop, which is a really good bakery if you're in town, selling various cakes and pastries and fresh bread. As we continue along, we have Collie Central, where you'll find the town's Woolworths, and also you find Terry Wright's Chemist. Behind the playground, there's a water park, and you'll find the toilet block as well. We'll now film the Railway Precinct area, which has just about all these wagons which we're going to look at were actually restored by the Collie Railway Heritage Group, which have done an absolutely fantastic job of restoring all these various coal wagons to flat wagons, and really showing and highlighting the early freight industry of Western Australia and what would have been in the Collie area. So I tip my hat and raise my glass to the wonderful work that they have done in restoring all of these. So we'll just continue going for a walk and looking at all the various things that they have done and contributed. Even one of the original, even a signal box. And over here we have the Collie railway station, which was rebuilt, if my memory serves me correctly, early 2000s, after the original one was knocked down. Once again, restored to the original plans to symbolise the fact that what is possible when groups come together to do things. Once again, well done to the Collie Shire. This particular building here houses the Collie men's shed, and also some more artifacts of the Collie Railway heritage. We have a typical crane as well. As we pan back around, we'll have a look at the Collie goods shed, which on occasional days is actually used for the Collie markets, which on the day of videoing, the Collie markets were actually not on. And over here we have some information talking about the Collie goods shed being the oldest building being erected in 1898. As we continue our walk, we have Reuben's News Agency. And as we continue walking for our town walk, we also have the Jones Arcade. Not sure what's in there at the moment, but I believe we've got a hairdresser and a skin and spa place. And a place where you can buy homewares and gifts, white and stones. Then just on the corner here, we have the local Cornish cafe. And down in the Jason Street, we have a comfort style furniture and bedding store, a shoe shop, and an optical store. As we continue to walk down Steer Street, we have the Australian Red Cross shop, Retrospection, which is more of an antique store. And as we continue along, we have the town bike shop. Which would be an ideal place if you're riding the Mundibiddy Trail and you realise you need something for your bike. This would be an ideal place to get it. And then over the back here we have the old Collie Co-op store. Not sure exactly what's in it nowadays. And adjacent to there we have the Soldiers Park, which is where you'll find the Collie Memorial. And we have a playground for kids as well. Just found this sign saying about the Collie Railway Heritage Precinct. The railway station was rebuilt between 2003 to 2004. So it was kind of right with saying the early 2000s. Over here we have a memorial showing of the days gone by, showing that nowadays all it is diesels pulling coal trains with what's representing the Collie River, and showing the days of passenger trains passing through the town. And in the middle we have this lovely rose garden, which is where we'll see the front of the Collie Railway Station, which, as I say, was rebuilt, and I dip my hands down to the fact that a town rebuilding its heritage, its railway station. So we'll just do a little walk around the railway station, taking in the glory days and paying tribute to the original, that this one was built to be a replica of the original, and they've done a mighty good job. Hello, Thomas.